All right, folks, I gotta tell you, I have a bone to pick with the judicial system, legislative system, the whole form of government that we have. I have a bone to pick because I have hard times getting decent employment because of something that happened 10 years ago, 11 years ago at this point. It's it's absolutely ridiculous because I'm not going to explain the whole situation for privacy reasons, but I had the lowest form of what was called a felony, and it was supposed to be reduced to a misdemeanor upon completion of probation. I did that, and for 10 years, they haven't held up their end of the bargain. They haven't held up their end of the bargain. So they lied to me. They're liars. They're fake individuals. They're fake ass people. I can't succeed because of people like you, the ones that run the fucking judicial system. How long am I supposed to pay for something? For the rest of my life? I just have to have this ghost follow me for the rest of my life? I'm just supposed to have this shit follow me for the rest of my life? Why? I thought I did what society expected. And here, now I'm trying to move forward, move on, but I can't because it follows me. And it's going to keep following me for the rest of my life. And you know what? This thing is looking real useful right about now. It's absolutely ridiculous that I can't, turn my life around, which I've been trying to do for 10 years. Why does it have to be, you know, that long? Someone explain this to me. It's baffling that this is the type of world we live in, where there's no forgiveness. There's no forgiveness, there's no remorse, there's no mercy. I'm just disappointed in this world that this is what it's come to. We have everybody falling victim to the divide and conquer strategy. I'm one man. I can't save the world by myself. I can't help the world. I can't make the world better by myself. I can't do it. It's impossible. You know, why is it that we have things like this still? Why do we still have this antiquated stuff, these antiquated ideas that don't work? Why do we have, war on everything in this country? I live in the United States, by the way. Why do we have a war on everything? War on drugs, war on terror, war on guns, war on disease, pandemics, war on everything. We just declare war on everything, and it's fucking ridiculous. It's stupid as hell. How do you expect me to act? How do you expect me to feel when my life is being held back and held down by what people call laws? Policies, codes, whatever other words you want to use, because I don't speak legal jargon. What is wrong with people that What is wrong with change? People are so scared of change in this country that I feel like it's just going to be like this forever. And where I live, I'm not going to say where I live, but where I live, we have the most draconian laws in the whole United States. It's the most polluted state in all of America. Why? Why is that? And we try to prop ourselves up. You know how they prop themselves up in this state that I live in? By arresting people because they have no other way to make money. Because we're trying to fuel the coffers of the state. This prison industrial complex and the military industrial complex. We have people, we have 535 assholes in the US Capitol that decide everything for 350 plus million Americans. Does that make sense? Does that sound like freedom? When you can't do what you want to do, you have to ask permission from the government. You can't drive a car that you've paid money for because laws. You know, the Constitution says that you have a right to travel. But do we care? Do the police care? Do the judges care? Do the lawyers care? No, none of them give a shit about you. All they're trying to do is justify their paychecks. They want all these people in prisons and jails and on probation to pay their bills for them. And they just hold their hand out like, here, we need your money. If you don't give us money, we'll put you in jail. We'll kidnap you. We'll put you in a rape cage. And then we act like we're the moral authority in the world. We're not. We have 2.5 million people in prison. That's more than twice China. China has 3 or 4 times the amount of people that we do, and yet they have less than half the prison population. Why is that? Maybe because they have a death grip control on their people, and Mr. Pooh Bear doesn't think I should call him Mr. Pooh Bear because he's, a child. He might have an adult body, but he's a little kid. He's acting childish. It's like, he's getting upset over something that's playground, but I'm getting off topic. Basically, what I'm trying to say with this video is we need, a big change. We need a big revolution. And I'm not saying that it has to be violent. I'm not saying that it has to be fire and blood and guts and horrifying, terrifying things. But if it comes to that, I'm ready. I'm not afraid to die because I know where I'm going. I just don't understand why the American people are being held down to a point where we're backed into a corner. We're right on the edge. And yet nobody wants to back the fuck off. They want to push us off. But if you push us off, we are going to drag you with us all the way down to the bottom of the ocean, all the way down to the lowest valleys, the very pits of hell, because we can't make it to heaven. I don't know what everybody's belief is, but this is absolutely just ridiculous. It's nonsensical. It's a paradox. It doesn't make sense why we call ourselves the land of the free and the home of the brave, because nobody's brave enough to stand up to the government. Nobody's brave enough to stand up to the authority. Nobody's brave enough to stand up for what they believe in. And how are we free when everything's illegal? Everything's illegal in this country. You can't walk down the street and cut a fart without ending up in jail in this country. And we want to blame one thing or another. I'm not going to get into that whole debate. But we can't do this. It's not sustainable. We can't keep raising the debt ceiling. We can't keep, putting all our money into judges and lawyers and police. I think we should defund the police. And I don't quite agree with everything Black Lives Matters does, but I do believe in the message that Black Lives Matter. Every life should matter. Every life should matter, but it's the fact that, black people in this country, they have to be specific about that. Yes, all lives matter, but the point that they're trying to make is that their lives are in danger. Their lives are being taken. Their lives are being manipulated and abused and shaken up over sociopathic, psychopathic, people, ideologies, things that we should have phased out with the 20th century. I can't be the only one that feels this way. I can't be the only one that feels this way. Because I know there's got to be at least one person out there, one person that I can change their mind. There's got to be one person out there that thinks, yeah, we do need change, and it needs to happen yesterday. Not tomorrow, not a year from now, not 10 years from now, not slowly. No, we need help now, and not from the government. We need to help each other. We need to stop initiating force and violence on people that have done nothing wrong, morally, criminally, anything. I don't think that you should be put in jail for any kind of drugs. I don't care what it is. You should have the freedom to do whatever you want with your own body. You should have autonomy over your own body. What was I going to say? Another thing. All right. Now, I think that certain kinds of people, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, sex offenders, child molesters and rapists are some of the worst type of fucking people on earth. But at the same time, going back to what I said earlier, how long do you have to pay for something? If you pay your debt to society, that should be the end of it. And you should go case by case. If he does it again, then fucking punish him again. But don't make his life a living hell and make it impossible for him to get a job, get a house, even get a car, because of something like that. Now, don't take my words and twist them around, okay? I try to say what I mean and mean what I say. One more thing about that sex offender shit is I don't think that if you hire a prostitute that you should be put on a sex offenders list. I just don't believe that should be the thing. That should not be a thing in this country. If you hire a prostitute, you have to be a sex offender for the rest of your life. Why? I understand the logic behind child molesters and rapists, but hiring a prostitute? George Carlin said it the best. He says, You know, selling's legal, fucking's legal. Why isn't selling fucking legal? You know, why is it illegal to sell something that's perfectly legal to give away? You know, that's just cold hard logic right there. But I have many, many, many other opinions about things in this world. So I might do a part two to this. Just let me know what you think. You know, comment down below, like, subscribe, do all that. And you know what? Do whatever you want.